Welcome to a sneak preview of the preliminary state and local growth and achievement data for 2024 to 25 from the Centennial School District. This presentation is brought to you by the Office of Teaching and Learning and was shared with the Board of School Directors on June 10, 2025. Let's begin by grounding ourselves in the core principles of the Centennial School District. Our mission is to build intellect, forge partnerships, and engage students to be future ready. We aim to achieve this by implementing a coordinated and articulated academic, athletic, and arts program that provides instruction aligned with Pennsylvania academic standards. Our vision is to ensure students are prepared for post-secondary education, career, and life readiness. And finally, our belief statement affirms that we believe all students and staff have the capacity to grow as thoughtful, creative, and responsible learners and citizens. Our strategic framework for high-performing schools is built upon several key objectives and building blocks. Our objectives include ensuring that stakeholders are engaged in the educational process and decision-making, reviewing assessments to identify positive student outcomes. Utilizing evidence-based strategies in the classroom ensures the curriculum is aligned with academic standards. These objectives are supported by our building blocks of high-performing schools, which are Building Block 4, high levels of collaboration and communication. Building Block 5, curriculum, instruction, and assessments aligned with standards. Building Block 6, frequent monitoring of learning and teaching. To foster a productive and respectful environment, we adhere to explicit norms and expectations. Cultivate presence and curiosity. Respect the learning and needs of yourself and your colleagues. Balance fidelity and flexibility. Embrace growth and continuous improvement. Keep decisions in the best interest of our students. Let's delve into the 2024 to 25 state and local preliminary assessment data, focusing on growth and achievement. This summary will cover results from the dynamic indicators of basic early literacy skills for grades K through 3. I-Ready for Reading English Language Arts, K-8, and Mathematics, K-8. IXL for Reading English Language Arts, 9 to 11, and Mathematics, 9 to 11. And preliminary PSSA English Language Arts and Mathematics data for grades 3 through 8. Starting with our youngest learners, the dynamic indicators of basic early literacy skills end-of-year diagnostic summary for kindergarten through third grade reading shows positive trends. All grades K through 3 scored above the end-of-year national benchmark. This indicates that most of our youngest students' early reading skills are improving. The I-Ready end-of-year diagnostic summary for grades 3 through 8 demonstrates strong growth in both reading and mathematics. In reading, grades 3 through 8, about 950 students moved into Tier 1, showing strong growth. Students achieved 137% of their expected reading growth for the year. In mathematics, grades 3 through 8, approximately 1,400 students moved into Tier 1 mathematics. Students achieved 119% of their expected math growth for the year. Moving to our high school students, the IXL end-of-year diagnostic summary for grades 9 through 11 shows progress in reading and mathematics. For reading, grades 9 through 11, grades 9 and 10 showed strong growth in all reading areas. Grade 11 showed growth in vocabulary. For mathematics, grades 9 through 11, all grades showed improvement in algebra and geometry. Specifically, grade 11 saw growth in Algebra 2. Let's look at the preliminary raw data for the 2025 English Language Arts PSSA. The data indicates that 83% of PSSA grades 3 through 8 increased the number of students scoring proficient or advanced year over year. Across all grades, 3 through 8, the average proficiency for 2025 is 52.8%, just 0.2% below the PA state average of 53%. It is important to note that recent data across the United States indicate a national decline in English language arts, ELA scores, particularly among English learners, ELs, and students in general. The pandemic has had a significant impact on student performance and recovery efforts. Examining historical PSSA English Language Arts achievement from 2015 to 2025 for grades 3 through 8, we can see the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. There was a 1.7% decrease from 2021 to 2025. However, there was a 1.6% increase over the last school year. The chart shows that while there has been a slight decline since 2021, grades 6 through 8 have seen increases, which may be the result of the implementation of Springboard. The district is implementing an aligned curriculum such as Wit and Wisdom in K through 5 and Springboard for grades 6 through 8, with evidence-based supports in place. Grade 3 PSSA English Language Arts achievement scores from 2021 to 2025 have been inconsistent since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 49.4% is below the 2019 pre-pandemic level and represents a 10.2% decrease from 2021 to 2025. We continue to work with evidence-based supports to improve these scores and develop additional support for the large cohort of ELD, English Language Development students in third grade. Grade 4 PSSA English Language Arts achievement scores have also decreased since the pandemic, with 2025 scores of 45.1%. This is an 11.5% decrease from 2021 to 2025. However, given the 2% upward tick in scores compared to last school year, it appears our evidence-based support is starting to work. Similarly, Grade 5 PSSA English Language Arts achievement scores from 2021 to 2025 have been inconsistent since the pandemic, with 2025 scores of 48.5% below the 2019 pre-pandemic level. This shows a 6% decrease from 2021 to 2025. Sustained efforts with evidence-based support are crucial for continued progress, showing a 1.2% increase from last school year. For Grade 6 PSSA English Language Arts, scores have been inconsistent since the pandemic, with 2025 scores of 54.3% remaining below pre-pandemic achievement. However, there is a 0.6% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 7.2% increase compared to the last school year. This is only the second year with Wit and Wisdom in K through 5 and the first year in Grade 6. Our evidence-based supports are beginning to work. Grade 7 PSSA English Language Arts achievement scores have steadily increased since the pandemic. At 59.9% in 2025, these scores are now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level. This marks a 6.1% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 1.5% increase compared to the last school year. This improvement is a testament to the effectiveness of our evidence-based supports. Grade 8 PSSA English Language Arts achievement scores have been slightly inconsistent but have increased since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 59% is now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level and the highest since 2015. This is a significant 10.4% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 4.5% increase over the last school year. Our evidence-based supports are proving effective. Turning to the 2025 Mathematics PSSA preliminary raw data, an impressive 83% of PSSA grades 3 through 8 increased the number of students scoring proficient or advanced year over year. For all grades, 3 through 8, the average proficiency for 2025 is 39.5%, which is 0.9% below the PA state average of 40.4%. Looking at the historical PSSA mathematics achievement for grades 3 through 8 from 2015 to 2025, we see a positive post-pandemic trend. There's a significant 16.8% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 5.3% increase over the last school year. This achievement is above pre-pandemic achievement and the highest since 2015. This chart clearly shows that our grades 3 through 8 PSSA mathematics achievement scores have steadily increased since the pandemic and are now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level, reaching the highest point since 2015. Our evidence-based supports are working. For grade 3 PSSA mathematics, achievement scores have steadily increased since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 57.6% is now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level, representing a 14.4% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 4.3% increase over the last school year. This also indicates that our evidence-based support is working to improve student performance. Grade 4 PSSA mathematics achievement scores have also steadily increased since the pandemic. At 51.4% in 2025, these scores are now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level, showing a remarkable 25.4% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 4.6% increase over the last school year. This strong rebound highlights the success of our evidence-based supports. Grade 5 PSSA mathematics achievement scores have steadily increased since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 52.6% is above the 2019 pre-pandemic level and the highest since 2015. This signifies a 23.5% increase from 2021 to 2025, and a 9% increase over the last school year. Our evidence-based supports are indeed working. Grade 6 PSSA mathematics achievement scores have also steadily increased since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 36.8% is now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level and the highest since 2015. This is a significant 15.9% increase from 2021 to 2025 and a 5.7% increase over the last school year. Our evidence-based support is driving these positive results. The achievement scores for grade 7 PSSA mathematics have been slightly inconsistent since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 32.3% is not yet above the 2019 pre-pandemic level. However, there is a 4.4% increase from 2021 to 2025. We recognize the need for continued time and consistency to achieve our goals of reaching pre-pandemic levels and better. Finally, for grade 8 PSSA mathematics, achievement scores have been slightly inconsistent, but have increased since the pandemic. The 2025 score of 38% is now above the 2019 pre-pandemic level and the highest since 2015. This represents a substantial 16.9% increase from 2021 to 2025 and an 8.2% increase over the last school year. Our evidence-based supports are indeed working. This chart visually reinforces the impact of our implementing an aligned curriculum in mathematics. The solid red line indicates the COVID-19 pandemic, and the dashed line marks the first year of PSSA testing post-pandemic. Notice the yellow call-out box highlighting that grades 3, 4, and 5 have been in the aligned curriculum the longest since 2020. The other yellow box shows that 3 to 5 years of consistently implementing an aligned curriculum positively impacts student outcomes. This aligns with the significant improvements in math scores, particularly in those grades. Similarly, this chart shows the historical performance of English language arts with the same pandemic and post-pandemic markers. Here, grades 6, 7, and 8 have been on an aligned curriculum the longest since 2020, and as you can see, their performance is better than those that have not. The consistent message we have shared remains the same. 3 to 5 years of consistently implementing an aligned curriculum positively impacts student outcomes. While ELA has shown more inconsistency than math in some grades, the steady increases in grades 7 and 8, which have had the aligned curriculum the longest, support this principle. Our success in improving student outcomes is rooted in an evidence-based systems approach. Research suggests that no single program or isolated reform can substitute for a coherent, long-term, systems-wide approach to improving teaching and learning. Our district's approach to mastering high standards involves 5 key themes of the core practices framework. Curriculum and academic goals, providing clear, prioritized learning objectives for students. Staff selection, leadership and capacity building, developing strong principals, a talented teacher pool, and layered professional development. Instructional tool, programs and strategies, providing evidence and standards-based instructional tools that support academic rigor. Monitoring performance and progress, developing and using student assessment and data management systems to monitor student learning. Intervention and adjustment, responding to data through targeted interventions and curricular instructional adjustments. The core practices framework has provided us with a blueprint to create systemic change and positive outcomes. In summary, our students are continuing to move onward and upward, showing both growth and improved achievement scores due to several interconnected factors, which include having clear goals for teaching and learning, providing an aligned curriculum, instruction, and assessment system, supporting teachers with research and evidence-based resources, along with goals and guardrails that support fidelity of implementation, providing a positive school learning environment, and last but not least, the effective use of data to make objective and sound decisions. Thank you for reviewing this preliminary data. We are committed to supporting our students' ongoing growth and achievement. Please get in touch with the Office of Teaching and Learning if you have any questions.